What if the worst thing that ever happened to you was actually the best thing that ever happened to you? I know that sounds like something printed on a motivational poster, and I know right now, if you're in it, that idea feels like an absolute joke. But stay with me, because by the end of this video, you're going to see heartbreak through a completely different lens. And I promise you, that shift alone can change everything. Heartbreak is one of the most universal human experiences on the planet. Every single person watching this right now has either lived through it, is living through it, or will live through it. There is no escaping it. And yet, despite how common it is, nobody really teaches us what heartbreak actually does to us, what it's really for, and why the people who come out the other side of it are almost always fundamentally different and almost always better than who they were going in. That's what we're getting into today. Let's start with what's actually happening inside you when a relationship ends, because this isn't just emotional, it's biological. When you lose someone you love, your brain registers it as a threat to survival. That same ancient part of your brain that kept your ancestors alive when they were separated from their tribe, that's firing right now. The neurological response to romantic loss is shockingly similar to withdrawal from a substance addiction. The same dopamine pathways, the same craving circuits, the same desperate need for just one more hit of that person's presence. So if you've been feeling like you're losing your mind, you're not. Your brain is literally in withdrawal. And that's actually really important context because it means what you're going through isn't weakness, it's chemistry. But here's where it gets interesting. Here's where the transformation piece starts to come into focus. When you're forced to go cold turkey on a person, on a relationship, on a version of your life that you thought was real, something extraordinary begins to happen underneath all the pain. Your identity, which had slowly merged with that other person, starts to separate. It has to. And that process, as brutal as it feels, is the beginning of you finding out who you actually are. Think about it this way: before the relationship ended, you probably had a version of yourself that was built partly around that person. Your plans included them, your sense of the future included them. Maybe your social circle revolved around them. Maybe your sense of worth was tangled up in how they saw you. And now all of that has been stripped away. And yes, in the beginning, that feels like destruction. It feels like you've lost yourself. But what if you didn't lose yourself? What if you lost a version of yourself that was always too small? This is the thing nobody tells you at the start. Heartbreak doesn't just take things away, it clears space. It creates a kind of radical openness that is almost impossible to access when you're comfortable. When you're comfortable in a relationship, you don't question yourself. You don't reinvent yourself. You don't ask the deep, uncomfortable questions about what you actually want, who you actually are, what you're actually settling for. Comfort keeps you asleep. Heartbreak wakes you up. Now, I want to be careful here because I'm not going to stand here and tell you the pain isn't real. It is absolutely real. The grief that comes with losing a relationship is legitimate grief. You are mourning a person, yes, but you're also mourning a future, a home, a sense of safety, sometimes even a version of yourself that you loved. All of that deserves to be honored. You don't need to rush through it or pretend it isn't happening. The people who try to skip the grief usually find it waiting for them later, heavier and harder to carry. But here's the tension at the heart of all of this: the pain and the growth are not separate things, they are the same thing. The depth of your grief is actually a direct reflection of how much you were willing to love, how open you were, how fully you showed up. And that capacity, that willingness to go all in, that's not a flaw. That's your greatest strength. The same openness that got you hurt is the exact same openness that will carry you to something greater on the other side. Let me give you a framework that actually helps here. Think of heartbreak as a pressure system. When rock is subjected to intense pressure underground, it either shatters or it transforms into something far stronger and more valuable. The difference is in the composition of the rock. And the difference in how heartbreak affects a person is in what they do with the pressure. If you run from it, numb it, immediately fill the void with distractions or the next person, you shatter a little. You take the pain, but you skip the transformation. But if you let the pressure do its work, if you sit with the discomfort long enough to actually feel it and learn from it, you come out the other side as something fundamentally harder to break. I want to talk about something very specific that happens in the aftermath of heartbreak that most people completely miss. It's the questions. When a relationship ends, especially one that mattered, your mind starts asking questions it never asked before. Why did this happen? What did I contribute to this? What did I accept that I shouldn't have accepted? What did I ignore? What did I need that I never asked for? These questions feel like torture in the moment, but they are actually the most important questions you will ever ask yourself because they are the questions that change your patterns. The people who go through heartbreak and come out transformed are not the people who manage to feel less pain. They are the people who took those questions seriously. They are the people who looked honestly at what happened, not to assign blame, not to punish themselves, but to actually understand themselves better. That self examination, triggered by heartbreak, is the engine of real personal growth. Therapy, journaling, long, honest conversations with trusted friends, moments of brutal self honesty at 2 in the morning, those are the crucibles of transformation. And heartbreak is the thing that forces you into them. There's also something that happens to your relationship with yourself after a significant loss. When you've lost something external that you depended on for your sense of okayness, you are suddenly faced with a very direct question. Can you be okay on your own? And for many people, this is terrifying because the honest answer in that moment is, I don't know. I've never really had to find out. And that not knowing, that confrontation with your own inner life, is where the deepest transformation lives. People come out of heartbreak and discover things about themselves they had no idea existed, creative abilities they never explored, friendships they neglected, goals they put on hold because the relationship took priority, a sense of humor they'd forgotten they had, a strength they didn't know was there. You start making decisions purely based on what you want. And often it's the first time in years, maybe the first time ever, that you've done that. And something comes alive in you during that process. Here's what the research and what countless human stories across history consistently show us. The people who have experienced significant heartbreak and consciously move through it rather than around it, those people develop a quality called post traumatic growth. Their empathy deepens, their priorities clarify, their tolerance for nonsense plummets, their ability to recognize real love improves dramatically. They become harder to fool, more attuned to red flags, more honest about what they need, and far less willing to abandon themselves to keep someone else comfortable. Heartbreak, processed fully, produces people who are better partners, better friends, better versions of themselves. And one more thing, the version of love you find after real heartbreak is categorically different from what you experienced before. Not because you find a perfect person, but because you show up differently. You know more about yourself. You've done the work. You've stopped looking for someone to complete you and started looking for someone to complement who you already are. That shift is everything. So, where does that leave you right now? If you're in the middle of it, I want you to hear this. You are not broken. You are in the process of being rebuilt. The confusion, the grief, the obsessive thoughts, the sleepless nights, that is not evidence that you are falling apart. That is evidence that something real is happening inside you, something that matters, something that will eventually, if you let it, become one of the most significant turning points of your entire life. The heartbreak you are carrying right now is not the end of your story. In almost every case, looking back from the other side, people don't say, I wish that never happened. They say, I can't imagine who I would be if it hadn't. That's the transformation. That's the gift hidden inside the wreckage. And it is waiting for you on the other side of the pain, on the other side of the questions, On the other side of choosing yourself fully, maybe for the very first time. Don't waste the heartbreak. Let it change you.